Hello everybody and welcome back to Minecraft. And today I am going to be looking at the brand new 1.21 update that has just been released. Now before I get started, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and bell icon so you can be notified whenever I post brand new videos. So let's go ahead and jump straight into the update here. The first thing I'm going to be starting off with is the new blocks. So the first new block that we've got is we've actually got new variances of tough. So before, all we had was just the regular tough block, but now you can turn the regular tough into stairs, slabs, and walls. You can also get tough bricks, which can also be stairs, slabs, and walls as well. We've got polished tough, and then we've got chiseled tough. Now, chiseled tough and the chiseled tough bricks, which is up here, is only the block. There's no wall, stairs, or slab for those. But these are some really cool blocks that you can use to decorate your base with. Now, the other new block that we've got is actually some new copper variances. So we've got the copper grate, which is right here. Then we've got chiseled copper. And then we've also got the brand new copper bulb, which this is a brand new light source that is in the game. And this one is probably one of the most expensive light sources. The way you craft these is you're going to need 3 copper blocks, a blaze rod, and then also a piece of redstone. Now you do get 4 bulbs for this, so it makes it a little bit better. But you still got to go to the nether and get blazes. And then you also need 3 blocks of copper. So it's going to be pretty expensive if you want to make these, but they are a pretty cool light source. And then we've also got the copper doors and then the copper trap doors. And just like all copper blocks, they all will oxidize over time and turn into the green variants after a while. Now the way you get both the tough and the copper is using a stone cutter. You can put tough in here and you can get all the different variances of it. Same with the copper. You can get all the different copper blocks just like that. And the way you craft the door is just like any other door. You just put copper ingots in a crafting table like that. And then to make the trap door, you just turn it on the side. And that's how you make your trap doors. Now let's go ahead and move over to this side where we've got a whole bunch of the treasure items that you can actually obtain from the brand new trial chambers. Now, I'll get to the trial chambers a little bit later in the episode, but let's first look at some of the cool treasures that you can get. So the first one we've got is the brand new banner patterns. So we've got the Guster, and then we've also got the Flow. So the Flow is going to be obtained in the Ominous vaults, and then the Guster you can find in the regular vaults. And I'll get to those later in the episode. And then over here, we've got 2 brand new armor trims. We've got Bolt, and then we've also got Flow as well. And this is what it looks like on diamond armor, which I think looks really cool. Now, these ones will be obtained once again in the vaults. So Bolt is going to be found in regular vaults, and then Flow is going to be found in the Ominous vaults. Now over here, we got 3 brand new pottery shards, and these will be found on pots in the brand new trial chambers. So this one we've got is going to be Scrape. We've got Guster, and then we've got Flow as well. Those are the 3 new ones that you've got. And then over here, we've got the 3 new music discs. So we've got Precipice, and then we've got Creator, and then we've got Creator Music Box. So these are the 3 new music discs that you can get. This one will be obtained with the regular vaults. This one you can get in the Ominous vaults. And then this one you can actually find in the pots that are going to be around the trial chambers. Now let's move on to probably one of my favorite parts of this update. It's the brand new crafter. Now, this is going to be a big game changer for anybody who likes automatic farms. This is going to add a whole nother level to making like factories in the game. Now, the way you craft this is actually going to be 5 iron ingots, 1 crafting table, a dropper, and then also redstone. I really like the droppers because these are way cheaper than dispensers. That way you don't have to craft a whole bunch of bows. Now, the way the crafters work is it's like a regular crafting table, but it will keep the items in here. As you can see, they're not coming out like they would in a crafting table. If I throw the items in there like that, they're just going to come straight back in your inventory. They'll actually stay in here, and what it'll do is if you give it a redstone signal, it'll actually pop out an item. And there we go. I've actually just got one of the brand new achievements as well that you get for crafting something with a crafter. And you can just keep doing this as many times as you want until it runs out of items. Now, you're probably wondering, how do you craft something that's got, like, less than the full crafting table? Well, what you can do is you can actually block these off. Now, blocking these off will allow the items to only go in these spaces here. So if you feed a hopper into this thing, it'll fill up all these spaces, and then once it's full, you can give it a redstone signal and it'll craft you a helmet. Or, if you want it to craft boots, you just take this and it's going to craft some boots. Now, the next item we've got is going to be the mace. Now, the mace is going to be probably the strongest weapon in Minecraft that we've got so far until they add something else. But this thing is ridiculous. I will be demonstrating how powerful it is in a little bit. But the way you craft this is you need to get a heavy core and a breeze rod. Now, breeze rods can actually be obtained from killing the new breeze mob. The heavy core, you can get this from ominous vaults. So I've got a couple of test subjects here, which will be demonstrating the power of the mace. Now you're probably wondering, how is the mace the most powerful weapon in Minecraft? It only does 6 attack damage. That's not even as good as a diamond sword. Well, the mace has special abilities. If you hit a mob, it'll do about 6 damage to it. But that's not why you're using the mace. You're using the mace because when you fall with this, it actually increases the amount of damage. So if I jump on the zombie, it's going to do more damage than just hitting him. If I go and fly up about maybe 10 blocks here and jump on this guy, you can see it one hit kills him. Now the mace will actually get rid of all fall damage if you hit the mob. If you miss the mob, you will die. So if I go and switch into survival mode with the mace and hit him, you can see I didn't actually die. Because I successfully hit the mob, it will actually get rid of all fall damage. Now, what makes the mace so much more powerful is the enchantments that come with it. We've got 3 brand new enchantments. So over here is each of the brand new enchantments that you can get. There's 3 of them that are exclusive to the mace, and that is going to be Wind Burst, Density, and Breach. Now, Breach and Density you could actually get just from an enchanting table, but Wind Burst you can only find in ominous vaults. And Wind Burst is probably the most powerful one out of the 3 of them. So I've got 4 different maces here, all enchanted with each of the enchantments, and I've also got one that's got all of the enchantments on it. Now I'm going to show you how powerful this mace can get. So the first enchantment we've got here is actually Breach. So if I hit a zombie with full diamond armor from 5 blocks up with a regular mace, you can see it doesn't actually kill him. Now if I use Breach from 5 blocks up with the mace, you can see it actually one hit kills him. And that's because Breach actually ignores the armor and damages the mob directly. So the next one we've got is actually Density. Now Density actually increases the amount of damage dealt from falling. So we'll go ahead and jump on this zombie with Density. And it doesn't actually kill him. Let's go one more time here. There we go. So it'll actually do a little bit more damage than a regular mace. Well, that's not the best enchantment. The best one is actually Wind Burst. Now, Wind Burst is the craziest enchantment out of all of these, and the way it works is whenever you hit a mob, it'll actually launch you back up in the air, which allows you to practically chain your attacks on multiple mobs. Now with Wind Burst, you got to make sure you have some way of protecting yourself from fall damage, because you will take fall damage if you don't hit a mob. So I'm going to try and eliminate all 3 of these zombies using Wind Burst. So here's 1, here's 2, here's 3. Let me see if I can get this last one. There we go. And now the water. Alright, well, I missed the water. So technically I would have been dead there. But if you can manage to survive, you can actually eliminate most mobs using Wind Burst. Now the next item that I've got here is going to be the Wind Charge. Now this kind of goes with the Mace, because the way the Wind Charge works is you throw it down and it kind of gives you a little bit of height, which you can use to kind of start a attack with a Mace. Now it will also protect you from fall damage if you use it properly. So if I switch into survival mode here, jump into this hole, I should be able to use the Wind Charge to get rid of my fall. So that is a way that you can actually survive falling with your Mace, or even just jumping into deep holes like this one. Now it's time to look at the brand new mobs that we've got added into this update, and we've got 2 of them. We've got the Bogged, which is this swampy looking skeleton here, and these guys will actually poison you. Now if I go ahead and break my way in here, you can see he will poison you with his arrows. Now before he burns, I want to show that you can shear him. So you can actually use shears on these guys and get some mushrooms. So I'll go and eliminate this guy real quick, and he will drop poison arrows, which is kind of useful. And then we've also got another new mob, which is the Breeze. So these are the Breezes, and he's already leaving. No, get back here. Get back here. I must eliminate him, because these guys will drop... Where'd he go? Alright, he's over here. Now these guys don't actually fly, but they will kind of jump. They will jump around. They're incredibly fast, but if you eliminate them, you can actually get Breeze Rods, which you can turn these into the Wind Charges. This is how you get those Wind Charges, which you can use these on mobs. So you can throw them at mobs, move them around. You can even use them to protect yourself from falling, which I demonstrated earlier. But they are a really cool item that you now have access to in Minecraft. You can even put these in dispensers, and they will fire out. So you can make some really cool, like, cannons with these things that will launch you really high up in the sky. Now, this update also includes 4 brand new potions that you can make. Now, these potions are all generally bad. You don't really want any of these potions, but they are craftable. All you gotta do is get yourself some awkward potions by using netherwort, and then you can add a slime block, a cobweb, a breeze rod, or stone, and that'll make each one of these potions. The first one is a potion of oozing. The second one is a potion of weaving. The third one is a potion of wind charging. And then we've got the fourth and final one, which is a potion of infestation. Now, each one of these potions will actually spawn in an ominous trial. These will spawn in above the mobs, giving them basically these effects. Now, the way these effects work is if a mob has one of these on them, like this potion of infestation, once they're eliminated, they will summon in... Try it on this pig here. Alright, I heard him. Where are they at? There he is. So that is what the potion of infestation does. It'll summon in silverfish, which will then attack you. So the potion of wind charging here, once you eliminate a mob, it will summon in a burst of wind, which will knock you back and also other mobs back as well. So that is the potion of wind charging. The next one is the potion of weaving, which this one, once a mob is eliminated, it will summon in cobwebs, which is really annoying because you can easily get stuck in these. And then the last one we've got here is the potion of oozing. Now, the potion of oozing, once you eliminate a mob, will actually summon in slimes. Now, the last thing that I've got over here is actually another brand new potion, which is the Ominous Bottle. Now, these kind of replace the Bad Omen effect. So originally, you were able to get Bad Omen from killing the Illager captains. Now, what they will do once you eliminate an Illager captain, they'll actually drop these bottles, and you'll get an Ominous Bottle, which if you drink this will give you the Bad Omen effect. Now, Bad Omen actually has two uses now. The first use, which was the original use, was getting raids at villages. But now, if you drink one of these and go into a trial chamber, it'll actually turn into an ominous trial chamber. And that's how you get some of the better rewards. So let's go ahead and head over to a trial chamber real quick, and I'll go ahead and show you what these look like. Okay, so here I am at a trial chamber here. And as you can see, it's got the brand new tough bricks, and it's also made out of copper as well. So if you want any of these blocks, this is the best place to get them. But these will spawn usually underground, and the easiest way to find these is you can actually buy a locator map from a cartographer villager that'll locate you to one of these structures. Otherwise, you can find them just randomly mining around in a cave. They'll spawn anywhere from Y-20 to -40. Now, before I go into the structure, I do want to drink the Ominous Bottle. Now, the Ominous Bottle has 5 different levels. So this is level 1, but there are 5 different levels that you can get. And the higher the level is, the higher the difficulty of the trial chamber is going to be. Also, these trial chambers will scale with players. So if you have more people in the game with you, it'll actually increase the amount of mobs and the difficulty of the trial chamber. And as you can see, they're already spawning in mobs, and these guys have swords. Like, look at these guys. They're all baby zombies, and they all have swords with them. Okay, this is not good. Gotta eat myself an apple here before I end up dying. Now, because this is an ominous trial, you can see it is actually summoning in potions. If I didn't drink the Ominous Bottle, it wouldn't actually summon in all these different potions. You would just have to deal with the spawners. Now, as you can see, once you defeat all of the mobs, it'll actually summon in items above the spawners. And sometimes you will get a key. Over here, this is one of the vaults. So if it's an orange one like this is a regular vault. And it'll give you random items. You can kind of see the items that are in there. So let's see if I can try and find a key. Over here, this is one of the ominous vaults. You can tell because it's got a different face on it, and it glows blue when you get close to it. Now you can see the potion of oozing working here. We've got loads of slimes coming out. And then there's also fire and arrows that will spawn above you and try and kill you. But oh, look at this. We got one of the ominous keys. So if I go ahead and grab this real quick, you can actually use this to open up the ominous vaults. So let's see if I can find that one that I had earlier. Now, I went ahead and gave myself a couple of keys here so we can open up some of these vaults. And as you can see, we got the brand new armor trim. We also got an enchanted axe, which is pretty cool. Down here, this is a regular vault. So we'll use a regular trial key on this, and we'll get a couple items there. So there's some really cool loot that you can get from these, and depending on what difficulty you have it set to, you can get 2 different types of vaults. So if you don't have a ominous bottle, it'll actually give you regular trial keys. But if you drink an ominous bottle and turn into an ominous trial, you'll actually get the ominous trial keys, and you'll be able to get better loot. Now, depending on the level of ominous potion, it'll actually increase the difficulty. So regular vaults will drop ominous bottles anywhere from level 1 to 2. And then if you find the ominous vaults, they will drop potions anywhere from 3 to 5. And that's how you increase the difficulty level of these trial chambers, is by getting the bottles. There we go. We just got one there. Now, there's a couple more new features that have been added in this update that I want to go over before I end the episode here. The first one is going to be the new paintings. So we've got 20 brand new paintings that have been added in this update, and this is what they look like. There's a lot of big paintings here, so this is going to be really nice for decorating your base. Now, the next two things are two gameplay features that have been changed, which I think are pretty cool. The first one is that ender pearls can actually teleport you into other dimensions if you throw them through a portal. So I've got a nice big nether portal here, and if I throw this ender pearl through it, you can see it'll actually teleport me into the nether. So now that I'm in the nether here, you can see there's a bunch of other mobs that have come with me. We've got some sheep, a llama, a bunch of pigmen, there's even a cat over there. But the cool thing about the ender pearl is wherever it lands in the other dimension is where it'll actually teleport you to. Now, the next feature that's also been added is the ability to attach leads to boats. So I've got a couple of boats here. It works on basically every boat in the game. So any boat, you can now attach it with a lead and you can drag it around with you. So let's say you get in your boat and you want to bring all your boats with chests on them, or if you have like a bunch of mobs that you need to bring with you, you can put them all in these boats, attach a bunch of leads to them, and then you can just drag them with you. So this is going to be really cool for transporting goods and even mobs around your world. If there's a lot of water, just throw them all in a boat, and then you can take them with you without having to worry about the one space that's usually in the back of your boat. But that is going to be pretty much it for the 1.21 update. This is definitely going to be a really fun update. My favorite addition is probably going to be the crafters, is these things are going to make automating your farms even better, because you can attach hoppers into these and condense all of your items. Let's say you have an iron farm, you can condense all that iron down into blocks instead of having to store all of the iron ingots. So this is going to be really cool. I'm excited to see what people do with the brand new crafter. Now, if you did enjoy this episode, please consider hitting that subscribe button and bell icon so you can be notified whenever I post brand new videos. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.